Hello, this is Stardust Child. And I'm playing Subnautica Below Zero. It's a really amazing and cool game. Really pretty. It's a sort of like a survival game um, where you're stranded on a planet, alien planet, that is covered fully in water, almost. And you have to be able to survive its harsh environments and its hostile fauna and flora, etc. Um, I've been playing both the original Subnautica and Below Zero for quite a while. I started playing Subnautica Below Zero pretty much early on when there's barely was anything there during its early access. It's now a fully released game. Uh, and one of the things I have really enjoyed in these games is base building, both in the original and here. So I've spent a lot of time here making a base, and I kind of think since I've spent so much time and effort on it, I feel like I kind of want to show it off a little bit. It might not be particularly impressive or anything, but I did spend quite a substantial amount of time and resources and effort into making it. So I kind of wanted to sort of give a bit of a tour around it. It's something that has been on my mind for quite a while now. So hence this is what I'm going to be doing today. And here it is. And we're starting off at one of the main entrances right here, and I'll give you a bit of a tour and explanation what was my choices for designing it and like making it, building it, why did I made the choices that I made and creating it. So let's get to it. This is the main entrance. This is the main entrance, so I call it egress A. So I decorated with a few like plants here. These are not technically meant specifically to eat stuff, but I can, which I kind of need to since I'm a bit low on food and especially water. Each exit has this cabinet that I made attached here. I named it Medicine. Like the name suggests, it features both medical supplies as well as water, because we need to stay hydrated all the time. There are some few toys here around here, like this Newton's Cradle and so this aroma therapy thing. But yeah, there's also here equipment which doesn't really have much in it. Cylindrical flask. I'm assuming this is meant for one of the quests, which kind of guess I started before an update that took place, which added a new module to the game, which you'll see in front of you. It's for the sea truck. But yeah, so a lot of like inventory items and stuff has been reset due to that, which kind of happens all the time with every update. So in any case, there's this one of the whale leviathan creatures here swimming around. I released it from the aquarium that I have here. Anyway, let's start touring through the base here. So at one of the main entrances, this is the frontal entrance, because it's facing the island that's located at that location. So here we go, or as we go through here, we can go either to the observation tower or the main room. Let's go visit the observation tower since it's kind of a dead-end location, so let's climb up. So it kind of serves as, as the name suggests, as an observation tower with various, with a lot of glass, spent a lot of glass building it, so that I would be able to like overview my surroundings and my surrounding area. Some more food here, but again, mostly I just placed them here for decorative purposes because I feel like the game is lacking a little bit in plant decorations, slightly here and there. So I had to find ways how I could compensate with that and make things a little bit more prettier. Um, I think I should address the elephant in the room immediately here, but that kind of kept bugging me for quite a while. I'm not sure if the devs will ever see this video or not, but I feel like the interior decorations for the base are lacking in some ways. There's not enough furniture, there's not enough furnishings in the base games, aside maybe just if you add some mods. And yeah, I'm playing an unmodded version. This is just this is pure vanilla game. Didn't attach any mods or anything of the sort. So I feel like it lacks a variety of decorations that I could attach to my base. Um, Not necessarily even extending the functionality of it or anything. That's just there are some furnishings that were also in the original Subnautica, which didn't make it to the below zero one. Like for example, the lab equipment, which was like microscopes and various sort of like scanners and among other kind of tools that existed in the base game. They didn't, for some reason, didn't make it to this one particularly. Uh, they're not collectible. They're not placeable. I kind of wish they would be here in this game. They're like they added like quite a few base modules for the story bases that are scattered around um, the world here, but sadly cannot be really used in any shape or form. Like can't be scanned, can't be built for your own purposes, for your desire to decorate your base, sort of like thing. Would be nice if they would actually also serve some level of functionality as well, but alas, I had to. A lot of the stuff will sadly be repetitive due to the fact that I just don't really have much of a choice in furnishings. It would be nice if there would be a larger selection of furnitures that I could place into the base, but that in mind, let me kind of like explain the purposes of each kind of like module that I've built here. They have each separate their separate purposes, and I have named them in various ways. Like for example, if you go through here, there's a huge separate other module right there, which serves as a engineering bay, as well as the main storage, as well as there's a power station underneath, which powers the entire station. Um, so yeah, so this is the main room. This is supposed to be meant as a place where the crew would be gathering. They would kind of like talk, or they would have some coffee, maybe some maybe just rest and observe this nice looking aquarium that I placed here. I could place some music here, which I'm not going to be doing now, but you get the idea. There's some snack bars here and stuff like that. Some trash cans. You kind of need to keep the area clean, as you know. So yeah, some nice plant life on the walls and things like that. Here, we'll go through this portion of the base first. We have this main storage location. Each of these closets contains a lot of titanium. All of them are filled with titanium, while more rare and less like additive materials, I placed it into these lockers. There's like lockers for quartz, sulfur. We have like for diamonds, lithium, rubies, and etc. Copper, lead, silver, gold, and you get the whole thing. This is supposed to be like a control area, sort of like where you keep them, sort of like the environment here and the storage room controlled. For like, since you kind of I do have like uraninite here, uraninite ore, which can be refined into nuclear fuel for a nuclear power plant below the deck. But yeah, this is supposed to be like a management place where you, like a crew member would be like doing paperwork for the storage stuff. Like that's kind of like the idea. I'm sort of like adding like some lore to my base as well to some degree. I did try to decorate it to my best extent that I could, like placing some some pictures all around so that it would look a little bit more comfy and homey. This was originally meant to be my second egress location, or like the second exit, with a couple of moon pools here, which were meant for my sea trucks and for my as well as for my prawn suit. But once they added a new module for the specifically meant for the sea truck here, the exit had to go, and sadly at this area if I want to exit my base at this part, I will have to use the moon pools now, which is I guess fine. They do have ladders here that can allow me to climb up, but yeah. And I tried to decorate the location with more greenery because I mean all of it is just pure like metally, rather boring looking surfaces, so I kind of like thought, yeah, they need some more decorations here and there. But sadly, due to these some limitations here and there, I can't really do much decorating. But yeah, each exit has this like a chair and a desk here, mostly just for again like for receptionists that would be sort of like taking in some of the like registering entries and exits of crew members. I know that I'm the only person here around, but yeah, if assuming this would be like a base that would be operated by many people, this is what kind of like the ideas I had in mind about this would be like operated by an entire crew of people, and you would be able to like each of them would have their own sort of like task and purpose for the base. So yeah, let's climb down to the power stores. So here we have some power plants, a few of them, like for a bioreactor I have here, and multitudes of water purification devices here as well are located right here. So like I think it kind of made sense to have these down here with my nuclear reactors. Currently they are inoperable, they're not operated by anything. I am feeding currently my base purely on solar energy, but they're here if they need to. So I have some nuclear fuel here. This one's currently empty. Yeah, this is it feels a little empty, of course. So I use some of the walls here for reinforcement to make the base more durable. Since attaching each new module kind of like compromises its integrity, and you need to reinforce it. So yeah, this is where I keep my power, and each nuclear reactor has also this nuclear waste disposal devices. But yeah, this serves also in a way for like emergency cases if I kind of like don't have enough nuclear fuel, or there's something maybe happen with my solar panels or something like that. Basically, as a reserve sort of like thing, or if I need some extra power. Though I kind of don't really need. I don't have any issues with power or electricity at this point. So yeah. The entire base is permeated with these speakers for the music, but the issue is that due to certain glitches in the game, it doesn't really allow me to. Some of these speakers will not work anymore. I have to place them again, so they would work and function. I'm not going to be testing it now because, well, yeah, music and copyright stuff, and yeah, I'm not really going to be dealing with this. But regardless, we're moving. We'll be starting to move forward now from these areas. So, oh yeah, forgot about that. um, engineering part. I'm sorry about that. Let's climb up here to the engineering section. This is where I keep my engineered stuff. So there's like materials that that are kind of like manufactured by spending the materials that you find here on the planet in nature. Like in example, lubricants. There's like fiber mesh here. There's not really enough of it here though. Among other things, there's not. I haven't really did too much of it. Um, uh, like adding materials here, but I'm running a little bit on glass, so I'll have to probably harvest more quartz in order to manufacture more glass here and fill these lockers up with stuff. There's some waterproof lockers. There's some flares here. Sadly, I can't manufacture flares in this game at all. Each flare that you find is just pretty much that's all that you will have, and once you spend them, that's it. Just kind of makes me a little bit sad on that department. So I tried to also decorate it with these posters here that kind of like meant for like like kind of shows like blueprints of some things, but sadly I kind of like feel that, yeah, like I said, the game is lacking in decorations and stuff, so I can't really make this look more engineering aside from just placing the usual sub-modules and stuff. So we have the modification station, we have like battery chargers here, I have copper wires over here, computer chips right next to it. Didn't do much like for advanced wiring kits here because it's kind of like they're very resource intensive to make, because I need both wiring kits and computer chips and some other resource in order to actually like make them. So I didn't really make a lot of them. I do have quite a few chips though if I need to like make some separate either modules or pieces of equipment. If I will be lacking them, I'll at least have some computer chips done. They're just really kind of like resource intensive to make. There's some more benzene here, and there's hydrochloride. These are more advanced and late game materials that you need to use to make some very some more advanced pieces of equipment. So I added here another modification station, some of these tables here. But like I said, these are the limitations of the game for my furnishings. So it's a little bit difficult to kind of like decorate it enough in a way that you would like to, but this is what I have currently. And here's the U fabricator. It's just kind of funny that there's just only one device that you have in order to build stuff. Which would be kind of more interesting if you had like more equipment to use and to place and stuff, instead of just use one single device in order to manufacture stuff. I can't do much of an expansioning of the base, and due to the fact that it's just everything is just so compacted. So yeah, let's move on to the crew quarters where people sleep. This is the emergency evacuation pod. So if something would be happening in a base, for example, that mean like it would be attacked by some large creature, or maybe some seismic activities are creating like problems and stuff like that, for example, or like collapsing your base, you would be using this emergency evacuation exit, and you will be leaving your base at this point from here. There's some more decorations around here. I put some aquariums and some plant life here and there to diversify the environment, but it's very limited, but I work with what I have. So let's visit the captain's crew, captain's room, or captain's quarters, I guess. This is supposed to be my place. This is my room, my spot, my private quarters, basically. It's located on the upper floor here, and it has the sort of like, I guess, the best stuff. Being a captain now, having all of this huge responsibilities, and yeah, all these screenshots that you see here, and these like images and pictures here, taken by me. But yeah, so here we have receptionist. This is either for the receptionist or for myself. I could use, like, for example, if I'm a captain here, I'd be just kind of like meeting my crew members and just kind of like if they need to call them into an office, and I would just talk to them here. This is my bathroom. I have like some amenities. I have some shaving tools here for whatever reason, but you know, I have some pretty looking nice so this stuff. Yeah, I'll have to I guess note the fact that I do have some frame rate issues here. Not because my computer is weak, but because I've placed so much stuff in this space to the point that it's just it's lagging off. Normally I would have a stable 80 to even 70 frames per second, but well, my screen due to having like 60 frames per second refresh rate, it will be limited by that. But you know, the lagging here and stuttering that you will be noticing is primarily just due to the fact that I just added so much stuff to this base, just so much stuff. The computer just struggles with everything. So I have more extra posters here that I haven't really placed them anywhere. Some photos that I found in the world, belonging apparently to the main character of the game. But yeah, it's supposed to be like my room is my bed, my sleeping quarters, etc. Not much here to see, but like I said, it's primarily due to the limitations of the game's decorating system. It's just I wish that the sequel I would had more stuff to use for the base game. I know mods are a thing, but I don't really use them all that much, to be perfectly honest. I do like vanilla games as they are, because I sometimes worry about the fact that mods are adding quite sometimes a bit of instability to the game, but it depends, I guess, on which mod it is and what kind of mod it is and stuff. Eventually I will try them out, but yeah. So let's go to the lower deck here at the small portion, which is perfect actually. Right now I'm kind of, apparently my character is hungry, so this is we're going to the kitchen area. So this is the dining area, the dining and kitchen area where people keep their food, make their food, etc. Here we have a fridge. We have pre-prepped quite a few salad here. Let's munch on that.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Have some more posters here. We have some stove here, which is kind of funny to me that you have these decorative elements here, but kind of like they're not really used for much anything at all. So it kind of makes me question why not add more of these like decorative elements that you could place around, that you could kind of poke around, and maybe add some level of effects and stats. Because I mean, this is supposed to be like we have a coffee machine here. I don't really remember how to operate it though. The original game just kind of like just simply made them, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I think I need to add additional item to that. But anyway, I didn't add a post picture to this one. Oh well, doesn't matter. So here we have showers and some other comfort rooms here as well. So once again, these decorations here, like these trees, these plants here, while you can harvest food from them, like these like beavered pepper, I do keep them mostly primarily for decorative purposes here though, but you can, I guess, eat some of them if you want to, but I do plant them just to be here for decorative purposes here. So yeah, so this is supposed to be a place where people chill. They would just kind of like talk, eat. I keep here water as well. It's just one, I guess, bottle. Doesn't matter. I can make more. But in any case, this is supposed to be like a place where like people make food and stuff. There's another jukebox where you could play music here as well if you want some atmosphere. But yeah. Moving on to the next section of the base. So we're pretty much done with this part specifically. Now we move on to more other locations here. So this is another exit. This is the egress D. Sort of like the back exit, which faces the friendly and safe shallows. Yeah, not much here to see again. Once again, a desk for a receptionist that would be registering entries and exits. But yeah, we move on to the command room. So here we have command room. This is where I also place a few decorations here and there with these tables, but we can control some of the aspects of your base, like powering on, powering down your base, as well as some customization for your base. You can like change its name, etc., and colors and stuff. Funny enough, I never actually named this base for anything else but the home base. I couldn't really think of a different name for it, so this is what it is. So moving us here, we have there's the main room there, and we have more of like a hydroponics and research room at that location. So we'll move through this location here. We have like a radar here as well. It's sort of like part of the command structure of the base. And we have here like a scanner we can scan the local area for resources, among other things, and mapping it out in 3D map, as you can see. But yeah, and we have a couple of moon pools here as well. Here's one of my prawn suits. This one seems like I have not really customized yet in any shape or form. I think I was intending this as a reserve, because I don't want it to I don't want to really lose prawn suits all that much, but I think I made 3 of them in total. One of them is this reserve, the other one is meant for resource gathering, which is attached mostly to this particular oh, not this one, the other one. I have the other one is located there, which is specifically meant for resource gathering. This one is just for exploration and stuff, which doesn't have a prawn suit attached to the back of it. But the other one has a prawn suit attached to it, and it's meant for resource gathering only. Pretty much like I travel around the world and here around the oceans and the water, and just kind of collect the resources, basically. Which I've done a lot, which was basically pivotal for me building this base, basically. So yeah, we have a couple of moon pools here again. Didn't originally intend to have like a module like that for the trucks, but they added, so I kind of had to attach it somehow. So they do feel a little bit sort of like out of place a little bit, but it is what it is, I guess. I didn't want to complete redesigning the entirety of the base just to compensate for the new models, for the new modules, I mean. So this is another egress C. This is where the you exit the direction of to the other direction. So I had to like make 4 exits that I wanted to make. So yeah. The base, and this is supposed to be like the research area. I keep these variety of biological samples of this world. It's like you have like spiral plant clippings, you have the coral reefs, you have gel sacks from various plants, and etc. As well as I do keep here my ion cubes for like for potential of making other stuff. But due to the fact that I didn't find any stable resupplied resource source of where I could regather the ion cubes, I'm rather hesitant to use them. Unlike in the original game, there is a source for these. You can kind of like gather them pretty much almost like infinitely, give it a time, because they need to regrow. But I haven't found anything of this sort in this world, in this particular game, in Below Zero. So I kind of am hesitant to use them because once you spend them, you kind of can't recuperate. Although you have the decomposer and the engineering that I have placed to separate them into each individual components, but it's kind of like you'll have to manage the resources that you have. So I have like these two huge aquariums here um, for biological samples again, mostly. I've initially I grew here fish for food, but now I just kind of keep these for now. I don't really uh, to either repopulate the various locations with various fauna. It's just probably not a good thing from the environmental perspective because you'll be overwhelming certain environments with certain predators that might not exactly fit into their respective environments. But you know, that's it is what it is. I just wanted to have these large creatures to be placed around. But yeah, this is why you see the glow whales around here, swimming around my base, even though this is not their base environment. This is not where they're supposed to be found. But you know, I kind of wanted to have like a variety of like creatures and life forms swimming around my base. So this is one of my favorite rooms. This is the hydroponics. This is where I keep my plant life, my food, my plant stuff, from where I can like yeah. This is where I grow my food basically, and this is the continuation for the requirement for primarily for keeping biosamples and various like creatures that I gathered. I tried to place all of them here inside this tank, but yeah. Try to keep them in pairs so that I would be able to like breed them if I need to. But you know, anyway. So yeah, we have here a lot of plants here, plant life. All this is gatherable. All this is meant to be like gathered. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've placed like any kind of like separate materials just in case if I need to regrow them somehow. But there's no like seed system in this game, so you can't really like keep seeds anywhere. Every sample, if you kind of like gather, they will rot away and might become unusable. I don't remember what the system was, if I can use the rotten fruit or in any shape or form, because they have like a lifespan. And it's like they can kind of go bad if you don't use them. But yeah. Let's see. I think this was the entirety of the interior of the base, but I do have some things to say about the exterior of my base. Yeah, here I kind of keep some of my tools for harvesting stuff. There's just one knife here and stuff. So yeah, this one's got pretty much for. Okay, these don't go bad, but you can see you have like a rotten store. Like, but yeah. There are some things that I could use to finish. Oh, there you go. This is one of the issues that I have to deal with while being in this base. Is just the fact that some of the decorations that I placed, they can like go and get in the way of the others. I guess that's kind of like a price that you pay for over decorating. And you have this large amount of freedom to decorate. But yeah, anyway. The point is that I do want to have more decorative abilities here, but I feel the original game had more of it than Below Zero. Case in point here, I have my garden here placed, where I like exterior garden. I grow here my variety of other materials and decorative samples, as well as some of the more useful stuff like these gel sacks, as well as I think the blue eye shrooms are just also one of the materials that you can use for various manufacturers, as well as like these cotton in the mountain, among other things as well, and of course these creep vines. Since once you cut down them in the wild, they don't really grow back, which is I find a little bit weird that they don't grow back. But yeah, so I kind of keep these things here to be able to farm without damaging the environment. Um, these are edible, by the way. But yeah, I think I needed to replant them if I remember correctly, or unless they grow back by themselves. But yeah, this is my exterior garden. This is placed right below my research lab for biological materials and various alien life stuff here, as well as my admittedly nice looking hydroponics module. So this is the main overview of the base. But yeah, I spent a lot of time building it. It took me quite a while. There's some lighting here. Right. There's I placed some of the grow beds here as well, mostly for the purposes of sort of like keeping my base a little bit more decorative. But for some reason, they decided to make the creep vines so that I grow my grow beds be less lush, and they kind of look anemic a bit even. So not much for decoration. The original Subnautica did have much larger selection of decorative possibilities of decorative plants that you could use to decorate your area, but you could also only use, I think, just one grow bed as well for that. You could like place smaller grow beds for those plants for just decorating your environment. And here are my solar panels. This is platforms meant for the prawn suit. If I need to dock it, I kind of need to have a solid ground so I wouldn't kind of like sink immediately to admittedly quite deep down below, but yeah. And here's my sea truck that I intended to only for resource gathering. As you can see, dual drill arms specifically to drill all the larger deposits of ore. So yeah, this is my base. Been building it for quite a long time, months. I think spent hours each day just spending in this game, just gathering resources, chilling, relaxing. It felt really relaxing, so I kind of kept doing it. And this is what I. Oh, 1 second. So yeah, this is it. I have other ideas about whether I want to talk about Subnautica and more. My personal hopes for the sequel as well. Aside from additional furnishings for the base, I do have other ideas that I would like the new game to implement. Would be kind of nice, but you know. For example, tidal forces due to like moon rotating around the well, not rotating but orbiting around the planet. Speaking of the which, it's right there, because it kind of doesn't make sense that there's this huge moon that orbits this planet in close proximity, and the water levels are just remaining still the same, among other things that I could want to talk about. But yeah. But this is, I guess, what it is. We're reaching pretty much the end of the video here. There's nothing much really else I could talk about. I did try to like channel here some thermal energy as well from farther away through these relays. Apparently this is how it's reconnected, but some of them I think disappeared for whatever reason. The relay, like the connections have been severed. There were more lightings all around, but Probably they got stolen by sea monkeys, maybe. These, I mean the light sticks, so that I would keep the area lit up a little bit, and so it would be visible from afar. Um, Usually this is not the kind of interface that I usually play with. I do have markings all around the map. I just kind of removed it for the sake of improving the performance, as well as just to be able to show off the base itself, because the interface just got a little bit in the way and it was really clunky, so I had to disable it for the time being. But yeah, anyway, this is my base.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
This I put a lot of effort in it, and I think it looks pretty nice. I did make multiple attempts at building this one, but due to updates during its early access, a couple of my saves got broken and unusable, and so I had to like reuse them, like remake. Especially like one of the first time was just that they revamped the story, so I had to like completely start the game anew. And once they released the game on live, I had to restart it again, and I had to rebuild it again. And every time I started a new game, my base became bigger and bigger every time. So, this is the... And every time I kind of, for some reason, I chose this location. For some reason, I really like this part here, and I've always made base around this particular, like, reef, this particular, like, location for some reason. I don't know. This place attaches me because it provided me access to a variety of biomes and variety of locations where I wanted to go. I'm pretty much right below, right above the deeper parts of the I forgot the name of this biome specifically, but yeah, and there's the island quite close by, and there's the other locations where I could reach. Just like, it felt like a good location to build the base, specifically just to, so that it would provide nice view from the outside, as well as give you close proximity to other places where you want to go to. Might not be the best location or not. Each person, I guess, would like to build them in their own preferable places, but this is what I decided, and I kind of stuck to it every single time. But yeah, well, in any case, this is it. Will be the end of the video for now. Hope you have a good day, and I'm signing off. Bye bye.